Hey, the Battleground Investor here. I just wanted to bring to you the Palantir stock, how well it's been doing post its release of the second quarter 2021 earnings. I'm very, very happy. I've got a large investment in Palantir, and I'm very excited to share with you its success. So what did it release? Let's get to that, and I'll share with you my screen so that you can see how amazing of a journey it's having right now. And any of you guys who follow Palantir will know this is truly an amazing company. But they just released their second quarter 2021 earnings, and top line of revenue, commercial revenue up 90% year on year. And just to give perspective on this, compared to the previous quarter, we had commercial revenue growth of 72% year on year. This indicates that there's very likelihood of a increase from 72% to 90%. That's a very likelihood of an increase in customer count and the amount of revenues from each customer, or some mix of that. We don't know exactly without actually looking at the figures that they didn't really report on in terms of if it is each quarter in the previous year where the commercial contracts, the value of the revenues from commercial clients increasing. But I have a very strong presumption that is the case, and we can see that by looking at when we search commercial, the revenue increased 90%, but also commercial customer count increased 32% quarter over quarter. So that's that year over year number for 90%. But the actual quarter over quarter customer counts increased. That means sequential growth is very likely there in terms of total volume, dollar volume amount. And even if it's not 100% there on the total volume dollar amount, it's very good that the customer count is increasing. That's ultimately everything. The business model will grow into some kind of value based on the amount of customers you're able to get. So I think their product, where they're not relying on the laurels to just sell to the Department of Defense and government and foreign governments in the Western world, as they say, because they're a pro-democracy company. Not only do they have such a great, government contracting arm, but now they've clearly pivoted to also increase their commercial contracts, and looks like potentially that their SaaS model for those commercial side deals are starting to engage smaller customers, as well as the large customers that we know that they could get to. But we're going to have to still see the size of these customers and what their net dollar retention levels are. But I think that this is very good news, that the customer count is increasing, and the stock has shown that increase in value today. We've got a stock value that's gone up from just a few days ago, a low level of around $22, now trading at $25 post earnings. So that just shows you that massive gap, and this is on the day chart. So if we go into the hour chart or the minute chart, let's go to the minute chart. We see how when it was released at 6 o'clock, it just went from 22 right up to 25. Honestly, this stock, I think, for me, is a long-term winner. I've been invested in it for quite a while, and I'm happy to share with you the gains that they're making, and that as investors we're making along with them. And if we look at the long-term chart, I think this is really important. There's been a lot of FUD regarding this company, and it's unfortunate that that's the case. It also had a lot of hype initially, but like a lot of things, great companies do get good hype for them, and they're able then to execute on that hype and grow into those into the prices that they've gained. So this seems to be one of those companies. And it looks like if we see how it was trading at, that right after its direct listing around $10, not getting much love from Wall Street. Still, maybe now they're going to get some love, but and then a lot of us started picking it up. In my case, I didn't find out about this company until it was around here. I've got an average $27 cost basis, and I'm happy with that. Even though I'm underwater, I'm a long-term investor, and for me, it does not bother me that I'm underwater. I've got about $40,000 in the stock. It is probably one of my largest. It probably is the largest amount in my portfolio. I generally have a very diversified, technology-centric portfolio, so it's not like 100% diversified. But in terms of my beliefs, I'm very heavily in tech, and this is a company that definitely has not had love since this high peak of 45. But now we see this long-term trend where it bounced off of this in around the $16 and $17 range, and then now has crept up here and has just jumped. I expect it to bounce off of the 27, come back a little bit, and then maybe go break through it. It all depends. It's seen as a tech stock, maybe a consulting stock by Wall Street, but it's seen also as a tech stock by many others. And with this company, and tech stocks are going to be sensitive to interest rates, as we saw in this last year. If we see the yield on the 10-year, jump back up to where it was like 1.7 and maybe 2, as some people forecast by the end of the year, I don't believe we're going to get there, but this could be held back a little bit and follow this longer term trend, I think. So we'll see. We've got a few points here on this trend, and we'll see if it continues to hold as it comes back down and up and down. So I wouldn't chase this up to 45, guys. I do think that will go get ahead of the company itself, in which case there would be an inefficiency in the marketplace. You'd see, you'd give firepower to Wall Street. I'd like to see this grow, just, slowly, methodically grind its way up. And I know that it's a stable stock. Otherwise, be trading around any kind of insane price movements to the downside or to the upside around a core position. So I hope this, guys, helps you. It's really about the customer count growth. It's really good. It's really about that year-on-year commercial value growth at 90% as well. Amazing. I think when you look at its margins, its margins are basically negative because of the fact that it's investing so much into the company. I'm not worried about that. That's very normal for a company that's investing for growth. What I like is that its year-on-year revenue is 49%. A tech company is a company that trades on sales. 49%, that's a very good figure for data analytics. It's higher than quite a lot of them that I'm aware of. And I think that's also a very good sign. It shows that what it's built up in the defense sector, its capabilities, is now translating over into commercial side. And I'm going to look forward to hearing more earnings from them in the future. So if this was helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with others. I love your feedback. Make some comments, what you think, where you think this company's price point will be in the next year, 2 years, 5 years. I'm very excited about this, and I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you.